Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody. That's better. Welcome to the Red Room, final masterclass, performances. We're going to start with the classical ensemble. I'm Kim Perlak. You all know me from the intro day, I think, but I've also been teaching this great ensemble. I'd like to introduce Alex. There. Yeah. Glenn and Rod. They're going to perform a piece called Appalachian Rain by Leo Welch, and it's really their own arrangement. They've done a lot of great work with the arrangement. Matilda, who's listening, was also in our group and contributed to the conducting and the arrangement part of this. So thanks for that, Matilda, and I'm going to let them play, and then we'll get to talk about it a little bit. Take a second.
One, two, three, four.
This is Amanda Monaco, professor in the guitar department. Everybody? Professor Lyle Brewer in the blue shirt here. Professor Bailey Ergo here, black shirt, and Brooks Robertson, professor in the black shirt. Do you guys want to come up? Because then we can hand the mic off.
We can be a panel.
We can be a panel. We'll be like a faculty panel.
Faculty panel.
Faculty panel. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Come on, have a seat. We'll sit together. Look at that. This is so official. First of all, bravo.
Yeah. Yes.
Bravo. Everybody, round of applause. Yeah. I want to say that I think that was one of the best performances. Did you guys feel that way? Yeah. You feel pretty good?
Yeah.
I thought that was really interesting. What I want everybody to know is that they read this part, and then if Matilda's here, come on up to the front too, because we worked together to conduct it and create an arrangement of it. Rod did quite a bit of improvising with your part, and so did Alex. And then I really thought the bass came through this time, like in these super challenging rhythms and arpeggio patterns. I also love one of the things that, here's Matilda. Yeah, jump up there. One of the things that Glenn decided was to change the tempo of the B section and play it slower, which I thought really fit the character of it, and it was really quite beautiful, but not easy to do. So the fact that you guys could come in and out of tempo in different speeds, I think is really great.
I want to touch on that too, because as I was listening, I find that I've worked with a lot of guitar ensembles, and the ensembles that I've worked with usually have a rhythm section, so always have like a sense of time, and I would get scared when it's just all acoustic, because I'm like, oh man, you know, that must be really hard. And you guys did a wonderful job as an ensemble, playing together and playing off of each other and still keeping that drive that just felt so natural. And I'm always in awe of when that happens, because I feel like everyone's just really doing their part listening. And I enjoyed the slower tempo change. And I was like, "Ooh, that's cool," because it's not easy to do. You have to really know the song when you're changing from one tempo to the next, and you have to it's like ingrained in you. So job well done. One thing that I think would be great if you guys continue to play together, and who knows, you never know where you might end up, or if you play with anyone else, is to add more drastic drama to the dynamics, because I think that'll even give more arc to the overall song. But otherwise, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, going on with what Bailey said, with the arc and the dynamics, I thought you guys did a great job with that. And it's always, one of the things that really struck me when you guys were playing is how you were all, you were listening to each other really, like the music was, you were connecting the music in a way that you could clearly feel the ensemble as a whole, which is always a hard thing to do when you've got 3 guitars, you know. So, and just keep doing that. When you're playing with other musicians, just listen. Listen to how your part complements the other parts, and it all comes together. Yeah, great job.
Well, yeah, you know, I don't really know what exactly to say. I really enjoyed the piece. I thought the rhythm was really solid, and I think that there's this idea that I sometimes have where, you know, holding up your end of the stage, and usually that comes from, are you, you know, we're all trying to carry this tune, and are you, as you know, and a lot of times that's a commitment to the rhythm. It doesn't maybe have the most to do with who's playing the fastest or who's playing the most complicated part, but who kind of has the spirit of, who kind of has the correct spirit of the music. And it was great because I just got to sit back and enjoy the piece, and I didn't have to worry that someone was going to like drop the ball. And that kind of, I don't know, if you continue to do that, only good things are gonna and only good things are going to continue to happen. So I really enjoyed the piece. You guys did a great job. Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful playing. I'm just really going to echo what other people have said. It was a nice arrangement that you did in just a few days, and a good performance of it. It didn't look like it was something really easy to play. So good playing overall, and I loved like the layering of the different parts. Everybody was kind of doing a different supportive thing, and that was really cool. The dynamics were there. You definitely had dynamics. Like there was a spot where you definitely got a lot louder. But just to kind of echo what Bailey said too, like I was thinking, okay, it'd be cool if you had a little more dramatic and drastic rises and drops and dynamics and that kind of thing. But then again, it's kind of hard to just get up and like play, and you've never played together on a stage probably with this setup. So overall, really, really good job. Yep.
I want to say a couple things because I think apply to everybody in the room. It is so challenging to come to a program like this in which you don't have a lot of time to rehearse. You know, you have 2 hours a day, but you all were in the morning group, so we had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And when you all come to something like this, everybody has their own relationship with how well do you know the fretboard? How do you feel about your technique? How do you feel about your reading, especially in an ensemble like this? So I think that what was amazing was to watch each of the four of you come to this piece and say, okay, with what I have, what's going to be the great contribution? And so behind the scenes, Matilda was a conductor, and I think, can you believe that they didn't need a conductor, right? Like, because you were conducting, she has the orchestral experience as also a flutist and some of the arranging experience, and was making comments about hearing parts and hearing rhythms and how the phrasing worked and how the cues worked. And so much of this piece literally came together yesterday and overnight, and with the way that you rehearsed it before you came. So I think the way that you all were able to say, like, okay, here's how I'm doing in the class. Here's what I can contribute that is demonstrable on Friday morning. That's what made this an incredibly successful performance. I think that's so valuable to walk back into your life with, right? Because so what if you don't feel confident with your reading? Now how are you going to work on that part, right? What if the arrangement that's on paper isn't going to be super effective in performance? How can you rewrite your part? And then do you have a person in the group like Matilda who can also take a step back and join me and say, like, okay, here's what I could hear, and then you guys could run with it. And it all sounded like you played this many more days than one day, but it only came together to run it yesterday. So I think that's something valuable to go home with, Do you guys have questions or anything you want to say? Does anybody else have questions for that? I mean, everybody else is nervous to start playing, so no one has any questions. But really, bravo. I think one more round of applause for all of you guys. Congratulations. That was a great performance. Well, thank you.